So welcome to this deep forest track guide that will hopefully turn you into a dominator of the track. Alright, so I was going to do it in sections, so I'm going to go around, show you each corner, how we do it, how to get a nice sort of tight line, what gear you should be in, where your throttle and brake should be, and then I'll show it in real time, and we'll go around the track that way, and at the end I'll show you like a full circuit lap with a bit of commentary, and hopefully this will be able to increase your speed on this one, because for a change I might have actually got some pace on this track. Well, so let's go. Alright, so for the first corner, it's a sweeping left-hander. Don't ask me what name it is, I do not know. Your braking point is right here, literally at the start of this curb. Okay, you can use the 100 board if you want. I don't. I use the curb. Right, you're gonna be in 5th gear. Okay, so as you come down the straight, don't change into 6th, stay in 5th. You're gonna hit those brakes hard. Right, so we're on the brakes hard. Okay, as we come down, we're slowly shifting down into 4th to 3rd. Don't shift down too quick. And as we come into here, just shift into 2nd. Right, that will give you that final bit of rotation right into this curb. And as you hit that apex, flick it straight back up to 3rd. Right, and accelerate early. Right, out nice and wide to this part of the track. Right, now I'll show you that in real time. Next, keep going up the hill, right, up to 3rd, up to 4th, rev the engine and change gear as you would normally. This is completely flat out, okay. Over this curb like this, you can cut that, come out to the middle of the track here. Alright, this seems to work quite nicely. And as you just see the corner coming round, just let off the throttle and bring the car over. So let's go back a bit, because I kind of missed the apex showing you that. It's like 3 little bumps this section. You kind of have to hook it up in the right sort of way. So let's go back up a little bit. Which way we're going? There we go. Alright, so we've come up the straight. Right, this is flat out going to be in 4th gear. Cut that over, come to the middle of the track. Right, let off the throttle. Right, the car will rotate slightly, bring it over like this, so the middle of the curb is right underneath the middle of your car. Back on the throttle, and just as you see this coming up here, switch down into 3rd and brake about halfway, about there, and the car again will rotate around. Right, you can cut this, not too much because you will get a penalty. Right, 2 wheels on that curb, red curb. Right, and as you come up to this curb again, down into 2nd and hit those brakes, right? And that will flick the car around into this. Make sure you clip both these tyres on the inside of the curb, up to 3rd, and accelerate out nice and quick. So I'll just show you that again, full speed, so you can get a grasp of how that looks in full speed. Okay, so this is where you're likely to be on the track, right over here, just under the bridge, powering out in 3rd, okay? And as we come up to this bit here, your brake marker is usually that shadow. This shadow right here. It does move a bit, but not enough to cause you any problems. So this is what I use, this shadow, alright? So as I'm coming out of the bridge, let's just go back to the bridge. Back to the bridge. Okay, in the alleyway of doom. Alright, so we're out of here. We're in 3rd. There's my shadow. Bang on those brakes. Right, and then as we're braking, we're trail braking, so not full brake, probably about 80%, maybe about there. Down into 2nd. That'll get the car to rotate. And then as you're rotating out, you get nice and close to this inside line, right? And as you feel the grip come to you, up to 3rd, power out, right? Bring the car right. You're gonna power out there really earlier than you think. Power out and over this crest here. And again, I'll just show you that section in full speed, just a couple of turns. so you can see what the car's actually doing as we come round in second and then power out into third. So, continuing around, keep your wheels inside onto this green bit. Don't go too close to that barrier. I think you might get a penalty if you go too close. At the very least, you're going to hit that barrier. So you power out full throttle, all full throttle down here. Full throttle, come over to the right hand side of the track. And at this part, it's a little bit tricky. So what the track's going to do is going to kink. It's going to go just over this little crest, and then it's going to kink to the left. What you want to do is, what I do anyway, is put the car about there. Alright, so your right hand tyres are on the grass and the green strip, your left hand tyres are on the red curb, and at that point let off and give the brake a tap, just a tiny little tap, and that will help to sort of rotate the car around, stay in fourth, rotate the car around, and then as you come down here you'll feel the grip start to go, but that's fine. As soon as your tyres hit this curb right here, floor it. Stay on the curb as long as you can, and when you see this outside curb, aim for it. Okay, the car is going to be drifting a little bit. That's okay, that's normal. Okay, I'll just show you that in real time now. And then as we come up to the left-hander before the big long back straight, this is an important turn, okay? Because going down that straight, it's so important to get a good exit out of this corner, okay? So what you want to be doing is nice and wide, right over here, okay? But be careful. This is a risky turn, but to get it right, you kind of have to take a little bit of risk. If you don't want to, you can be much more inside there, okay? The reason I'm saying that is because of this bit of grass up here. All right, this bit of grass is a pain, okay, and it can catch a lot of people out. So we've back up a little bit. We've just come over that weird kink. We've nailed it, right? We've nailed it. We're out here. We're in fourth, right? Our braking point is probably about here, okay, halfway across this bridge. All right. So to look for a good marker, let's see what we've got. Right, here's a good one. Over there on the left, there's a barrier with a yellow tip on the end. Right? See this barrier here on the yellow tip. As soon as that disappears out of your screen, that is your brake marker. Okay? So just to show you, over here, we're on fourth gear, remember? We're over here. This is where the car is. Right, there is the yellow tip of that barrier. As we come down, disappears out your screen, bang on those brakes, hit them hard, okay? If you're over here, make sure you bring the car slightly over to this way a bit as you come down, because that grass is going to kick you. It's going to kick you up the butt, right? As we brake in hard, as we see the corner, we see the apex, down into third, right? Trail brake it through, feel the grip, just before the apex, flick it back down into second. Okay, we are not accelerating out of this corner in second. As soon as we hit this apex right here, back up to third and floor it, okay? If you get it right, the curb will rotate you round and you will be flung out a little bit, right? But you do not want to go any wider than here, okay? Any wider than here, you're going to get a penalty, right? For a track limit penalty. I'll just show you that in real time now. Right, so we've nailed this corner. We're continuing up the back straight, right? We're accelerating on, as you were, all the way down. Rev this car out, good and proper. It's a properly rev car. This is the Nissan Silvia, by the way. Probably should have showed you that, but there it is. Doesn't matter for now. There it is. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. All the way down. Excuse me. Right, all the way down. You're going to be in fifth again. Don't use 6th gear in this car, on this track anyway. Little bit of a tricky turn, and actually it can be taken a number of ways. Here's another sip of this coffee. Ah, it's delicious. Right, braking point. For me, is this shadow going across the track here. Excuse me. So this shadow going across the track is here, and I brake just before it. Right, there is my braking point. Okay, so when that line of shadow, which I think moves very, very slightly, so it isn't really going to affect you. And like I said, there's various ways of taking this point. My braking point is here. So as soon as that white light, that black shadow is hitting my gear display, bang on those brakes hard, right? Brake hard all the way down here. You're braking. Bring the car over to the right. You're still braking. Start shifting down. Fourth, still braking. Third. Now you're coming off the brake slightly, you're starting to trail brake, so the car's going to be turning. Down into second. Trail braking. Right, just come to here first. That will help rotate the car, clip that curb, back into second, and power out as soon as you're on that apex. As soon as you're on it, power out, and then you can power all the way down to the line, hopefully with a nice, good, clean, fast time. And I'll just show you that in real time, whilst I go all the way to the line. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. I hope that's helped. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you did like it. Plenty more to come. Whether it's useful or not, I don't know. But thanks for watching. I hope it was helpful. Catch you in the next one. See you later.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like